Right, new wheel day today. I'm just on my way to meet Chris and Dov to pick up our new gravel wheels for Australia. Dov is the guy who owns Parcours. He's going to shed a bit of light of how he started the company and what his wheels are all about. Alright.
Alright.
Why do you look so exhausted? I just rang you and it was just wind noise because you were smashing it here.
Because I have ridden for 3 hours this morning, that's why I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you got up much more early than me.
Yeah, you got up 5 minutes ago.
No, I did an edit this morning actually. Where's Dov?
Dov is not here, or we could pretend that Dov is a woman on the phone.
Dov is not that lady.
He's just making a couple of deliveries, so he said it'd be about 5 minutes late. What curves have you been jumping or something there? You see it?
Just don't tell Dov.
Morning kids, how are we doing?
What time do you call this? You got presents for me?
I have. This is our new Parcours Alta gravel wheel set. Ready for your little excursion in Australia. And so we're going to get you set up on these today. These are 35mm deep, but more importantly they're 30mm wide. We've got a much wider internal rim channel, so it's 21mm inside, which is going to be perfectly suited to the wide gravel tyres you're going to be running. 100% need to be set up tubeless as well, to get the maximum benefit from that as well. Otherwise they're 28 spoke build, so pretty much nothing that they won't be able to take. Challenge.
I don't think that's a challenge we want to undertake while we're riding across the Nullarbor.
We'll do it on day 20.
To be fair, given what they've already been through, a set of these has already finished transcontinental, so if you guys can make anything more than that, then fair play.
If anyone's going to break them, it's you.
Me? Why me?
Because you break stuff. Where's your bike right now?
In pieces.
Exactly.
So we've been working with Parcours on and off for about a year. How did Parcours start?
So yeah, it was back in 2015. I was out racing and punctured, so end of race. Had a little hissy fit because I was on tubs, and that's pretty much game over when you puncture on a tub. Wanted to go out and buy some wheels, and frankly I was pretty miffed by how much they were costing. So you had the choice of either going and taking out a second mortgage, or it was going and taking a punt on something that you had no idea about, that had no data to it. So I thought to myself, well, there's got to be a space in the middle somewhere for something that's robust, well tested, and actually has some numbers behind it, and ask that infamous question, how hard can it be? Turns out quite
hard. What kind of testing do you go into, Brian?
Yeah, so everything that we do is based on wind tunnel testing, so ultimately that's where you get cleanest numbers from. But now we're also moving, and we're getting into some sort of proper full-on product development. We're throwing in some CFD there as well, which is always fun. Yeah, essentially, if you look on the website, any data that we've presented is all based on testing that we've done ourselves. There's no speculation, it's all hard data, and we're 100% transparent about all of the test protocols that we use, so we're not hiding anything. The idea being that if anybody wants to have a look at it, they can either take sort of the headlines that are presented on the website, but if you go behind that, then there's all the data behind it, so you can actually get down into the detail if you want to get really nerdy. And then worst case, if you want to get in touch, we'll happily talk to you about data and wheels all day long.
Why bring out a gravel wheel set?
Funnily enough, it was after some of the experiences that we had last year with things like yourself riding at Silk Road, and frankly, like the whole industry now is rediscovering riding away from a road. So this whole gravel world is just taking off. It comes with its own unique demands. So all of a sudden you're going to be looking at maximising your traction, maximising your comfort, so that you can ride both on road and off road. In order to do that, the simplest way is a bigger tyre. That comes with its own requirements. So mentioned previously, the wider internal rim channel, that's going to be far better suited to a wider tyre, and more importantly it lets you run it at a lower pressure, which means that you're going to be much more comfortable over the undulating terrain, over the sort of rougher roads and off-road bits that you're going to be riding on. Another consideration is that as soon as you put that wide tyre on, then you're looking less aero, so you're not focusing on the aerodynamics in the same way. So that's why we've gone with a 35mm rim depth. Sort of means that we can reduce the rim weight, keep things nice and light, because by and large, even if you're going off-road just for the day, you're going to be riding a heavier rig. As soon as you're out touring or long distance racing, you're going to be throwing a bit of extra weight on, so you want to save where you can. Effectively, by taking away the rim, the brake track, we're no longer having to worry about temperature resistance. So we can use a different carbon blend, we can use a different resin, which is going to be a little bit softer, a bit more compliant. So it's going to be tougher when you're going off drops or over big rocks or roots or whatever, but it's also going to give you a slightly more compliant ride and add to that comfort.
A couple of short questions. The one which everyone asks, tubeless or tubed?
Tubeless.
Why?
Split it down. On the road, I can see the argument for running tubes still. The rolling resistance has been shown it is better. versus a butyl tube. You throw a latex tube in there, it's roughly the same. What it does mean is that if you get a puncture, you've got a shot at it sealing itself, so you can carry on rolling. On the other side of things, when you're riding off-road, gravel, 100% tubeless. Main reason being you're running at a much lower pressure, so if you've got a tube in there, the risk of pinch flat is going to get higher, particularly with the rough terrain. And then secondly, is that puncture protection. It gives you a shot of carrying on.
I've got a question. Should you bother with aero tubeless valves?
100%, aero is everything, my friend.
I've got them, don't worry.
What is the fastest disc rotor?
No rotor at all. Joking aside, we have got the data that shows that if you're running a 140 rotor versus a 160, then there is a noticeable saving. So it's less than a watt, but it all adds up. Secondly, if you choose the right brand of rotor, that actually makes a difference as well. The testing data that we've got was from last year, so it was looking at some previous generation rotors. But again, just to put it into context, some of the more solid finned rotors, you're talking about a 0.3 to a 0.4 watt penalty per rotor versus a more open design.
You're heading to a wind tunnel soon in America?
Yeah. A2 in North Carolina. Hopefully it's still there after the hurricane.
So if my viewers have any questions relating to aerodynamics,
Yeah.
could you answer them?
If they're a good question, we'll try and answer it. So again, a lot of the data we've looked at is around things like tyre choice, rotor choice, which one's faster. So we're going to be out there, we've got 2 days worth of testing. So if you've got any good questions, send them in, we'll do our best to answer them.
When did chain, mate?
That's a bit of green wind on that.
For Australia, I don't think. But best of luck.
Thanks for the wheels.
Don't crash into any kangaroos.
If we do, they're super strong, so it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Challenge.
What do you reckon?
A bicycle courier.
It's fine, they're aero wheels. About halfway home now. Wheels are still there. Could be worse. So we're just heading back to mine. Going to switch these gravel wheels onto my gravel bike, get it all ready for Australia. I think we're going to set it up tubeless now as well. Potentially carnage.
That's how you do a tubeless tyre, mate.
Possibly the most mechanical thing I've ever seen you do, Chris. I'm well impressed. Come on, washing up liquid. Come on. It's not working. The glasses have gone on. Right, new wheels successfully installed. We're now heading out on a quick spin up a local trail to get some photos of these new guys because we're going to be selling these wheels through Jam. Oh, I just realised I've got about 100 PSI in them as well. Oh!
We're going that way.
Yeah.
Can I not get stung on my arse now, please?
Nah.
Nah, shit happened.
Nothing I can do, sorry.
Alright, mate.
I know you guys are going to ask me in the comments, so I'll tell you now. These are the new gravel tyres from Continental. They finally have a name. Terra Speed. This is the speed version. They're 40mm and we've obviously set them up tubeless.
We set them up tubeless.
You set them up tubeless. My method didn't work.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off about that still. I'm pissed
Fairy
off, man.
liquid doesn't help you out all the time, mate.
Oh man. Right.
Get a couple of pictures of this.
Hey look mate, someone's had a puncture up here. Enjoy your ride back. You're going to be on time.
Maybe.